Welcome to the Pacific Bin, a two-story home made from 5 shipping containers. This is Devin, the owner and the builder of the home. Over the past year, he has been building this home from scratch, mostly by himself. And we're going to talk to him today about how to build a shipping container house yourself and get a tour of this unique property.
Hey, I'm Devin and welcome to my shipping container home named the Pacific Bin. Come on in. So the overall goal was a shipping container home with a Scandinavian design theme. Before I even bought property or anything, I knew I wanted it to be like tucked away in the forest, just with all Washington's mossy trees and just looking like you just dropped this super modern Scandinavian home in the middle of the forest. Okay, so this view is actually my favorite view of the entire home right here. Just yesterday we wrapped up these stairs. We still have a little bit more to do down there. There's almost 1,000 square feet of deck space with the home. So we really just wanted to tie in the outdoors and just make you feel as like tucked away while still being able to experience nature.
I first stopped by the Pacific Bin when it was about halfway finished during the summer.
Take a little tour.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's a 1,600 square foot home. It's built out of 5 shipping containers. This is the first container, so it's offset, and this will be where the kitchen is. So I'm going for like a very just minimalist, like matte black kitchen. This will be the dining room. We'll have like some built-ins. There's all sorts of structural elements. Like a lot of it's hidden in the walls. There was almost $25,000 in steel, structural steel that went into this.
Between his day job as an engineer and this build, Devin was working 100 hours a week to get this done.
Typically get up around 4:30 in the morning, get to work by 5-ish, and clock a 10-hour day, so I'm out of work by 3. Out here till, gosh, like 10 or 11. Now, the last couple months, I've actually been able to stay out here since we have heat and running water and everything. So that's made it a little bit better. Yeah, it would just be endless days out here, not really seeing my friends. And so I'm really excited for this next year to just be able to relax a bit, get the money flowing the other way.
From framing to insulation to actually laying down the shipping containers, he was able to save a lot on costs by taking a DIY approach.
I wouldn't have been able to afford it otherwise. Growing up, my family had always been big on like do it yourself, or would do a lot of like home rehab stuff. It's been a big like do it yourself family, and you just break things down into all the little steps. I worked as a welder back in high school to keep me out of trouble.
The work definitely paid off. What once was a few framed out containers is now a really cozy home. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's take a tour. When you enter, to your right, you have a hallway with a powder room at the end with a really nice Scandinavian design.
As you enter the home, you enter pretty much straight into the kitchen here. So with this Airbnb, we're able to house 7 people here. So we really went for just a really massive kitchen. So yeah, we've got a nice like panel ready refrigerator. So it just blends right in with all the cabinets, all sorts of little trinkets on the shelves, little custom made coffee mugs. The goal was Scandinavian with the home. I have been hooked on Nordic designs. So I figured this would fit perfect into like the mossy woods of Washington. So working our way out of the kitchen, you go pretty much right into the dining room here. So this is a custom walnut table we had built in Florida, and we just got it a couple weeks ago, and I love how it looked. It was one fallen tree, like slab of walnut. We cut it in half, split it down the middle, and then filled the whole middle. It's called rivering with resin. I just love how it turned out. And then we got these awesome seatbelt chairs. So these chairs are actually made from seatbelts and have just this like really cool design, and they're actually pretty comfy. So working our way into the living room here, on rainy days and cold days, everyone will be spending most of their time that's staying here. So we have just a massive love sack couch and easily seat 9 or 10 people. This is the fireplace, so it's a gas fireplace. So guests will not be able to use this wood for it, and I've actually screwed them all together so that no one can take these and go burn them outside or something in the fire pit. With the home being an Airbnb, I wanted to have as many like maintenance pieces or like potential hazards designed out of it, so that's why we went with the gas fireplace.
Now let's head upstairs.
So this is the second floor of the bin, and there's 2 containers pretty much perpendicular to the 3 containers downstairs. Upstairs is where all the bedrooms are. We got a little laundry room here with stackable washer dryer. just so if guests go skiing and they need to go do a load of laundry after a cold day out on the slopes, the washer and dryer is right by all the bedrooms. Okay, so this is the first of 3 bedrooms. With the home being an Airbnb, we want to be able to sleep as many people as possible. So you'll be able to sleep 3 people in here, 2 on the full, 1 on the twin. And then one of my favorite bits about the Pacific Bin is that every bedroom just has beautiful forested views. This corner bedroom, you can actually see off to where we're gonna have the helicopter pad. So this is just the second bedroom. They're fairly small. We figured you really didn't need too much space because the only time you're really gonna be in here is when you're sleeping. And the best part is you wake up and you have a beautiful view of the forest.
And then heading down the hall is the main bathroom and bedroom.
This is my favorite view. I've spent a handful of nights here already, and waking up to the forest like this is just awesome. When we were going through the drafting phase like a year ago, I knew I wanted this like fishbowl-esque vibe to this bedroom, and that's like totally what we've achieved here. So with this container home, we really wanted to go all out on the luxury side of things here. So we went all out with heated floors here, just huge double sink here. The shower here is actually a steam shower, but yeah, you just hit this little button here and this whole room just heats up, and it's just like, it's a total spa experience.
The second level also has a really large balcony.
So it's really cool. It gives you a great like view of the forest, just being able to get up here. And yeah, we're still waiting on railings. For the most part, yeah, this is just, it's gonna be a really, really peaceful place to hang out and just enjoy time with friends.
So it's a pretty spectacular home if you ask me, and Devin shared some of the numbers with me on this build.
So I budgeted right around $525 to $550. I'm ending up closer to $6 right now. The part that I didn't take into account was all of the furniture. I had some money budgeted for furniture, but I did not actually realize how crazy expensive some of this stuff is. So I'm gonna end up right around $600,000, and that includes the land. So about $350 for the build and $150 for the land. I was right around $300,000 for the structure and all the steel and like all the trades doing their works in here. You got $100,000 in furnishings in here, and then so this is not a trust fund build for sure. Right as I got out of school in Michigan, I moved to Seattle and worked for 3 years as a full-time engineer and pretty much a full-time cinematographer. I would just do a lot of brand shoots and weddings and just save all the money I made filming and working, and just like live as minimalist as the lifestyle as possible. Also while investing every penny I had into Tesla stock. Which also played a huge part in this build.
Which is risky, but dang did it pay off.
Yeah, I figured, well, you're young, take risk.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 years ago, I put like my life savings into Tesla, and then I've just saved as much as I've made over the last 3 years to really be able to finance this thing. I put about 150 of my own money into it that I had saved up, and then the rest is on a private line of credit at a 5% interest rate. I'm very blessed to have locked that rate in a couple of years ago. That's how it's financed, so hopefully we can pay this thing down quick.